I'm Chip Townsend, and this is the Team Chip Podcast.
She's smiling and waves to us, and she flips the close sign around. But have I told a bazillion people about that? I haven't.
We got to put on a smile and be our best, no matter how tired we are at the end of the day or how late somebody comes in. All right, guys, welcome back to the Team Chip Podcast. I have an amazing guest today. I have Ms. Glyn Ann. How are you, babe?
I'm great. Happy to be here.
Good. I am happy that you are happy to be here, because that's good. Just makes things good, right? Because if you were grumpy to be here, it would not be good.
There is that.
There is that. All right, guys, today we are going to be talking about, I don't know, just sharing a little story of something that happened to us a long time ago around customer service and kind of what one bad moment of customer service you deliver to your people can cost you. And it can be costly. So, do you remember what situation I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah. You want me to tell it, or do you tell it?
I think we should just bounce it back and forth.
Okay. So during the summers, back several years ago, there were typically events that we were constantly training for. And there would be big groups of our instructors and black belts that would be training together. And after training, everybody's hungry, right? And so we would go and get something to eat. And there was a particular place that actually is no longer there. So this is about a business that's not even there anymore. And maybe this is why. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I don't think
maybe
that's
this is
it.
why they're there. I don't know.
But
to qualify, they were there for like 30 years. It was
they were a staple.
Business, right?
So just right down the street. And so we would take this whole group, there are usually around 8 to 10 of us, and we would do lunch. We would leave, it was a quick in and out spot.
This was not just a once in a while thing. A couple of the instructors just absolutely, and I have to say I was probably one of them, loved the place. I mean, it was just delicious.
Same. We all did.
It was a little Chinese restaurant, great food, and just a little family operated business. But it had literally been there for like 30 years. And we would go there almost every day. It was inexpensive. It was quick and easy. Food was so good. But anyway, it wasn't like a 1 or 2 time thing. We had been going as loyal clients for a long time.
Yeah, and I will caveat this whole story with this was probably 12 years ago.
12 plus.
12 plus. So I think we would approach it differently now. I absolutely acknowledge that. So that does need to be something that we do say. But anyway, so we're these repeat customers that are also not a small ticket. We are coming back multiple times a week. So we show up one day, and it's 15 minutes because they close in the middle of the day. It's 15 minutes until their close time.
It's like 1:45, and they close at 2, and for kind of a midday break before their dinner rush.
Yeah, right? I didn't remember those details, but I knew it was, it was 15 minutes before close time. So we all are getting out, we're walking up, and one of the waitresses is standing at the door. She's smiling and waves to us, and she flips the close sign around.
And locked the door.
And we're like...
And then just stood there and waved at us.
And it was almost like it was a funny, huh?
Yeah.
And we were like, wait, what? I mean, we were not going to... I don't know. You can justify the whole...
I was so shocked. I thought she was joking because we knew them well. Like, we were down there all the time. And she was one of the ladies that waited on us all the time. Super sweet. She just flips the sign in her face, clicks the lock, and goes and smiles and waves. And I remember thinking, so I kind of looked at her, I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, we're closing. And
right. Well, whoa. And I think a thing to also share is we are not the type of group that goes in and sits for an hour.
Right.
We are like, food is business.
Right. Well, I'm also going to say,
we sit down and we are like fast.
We commonly went in there and would be in and out, and about like literally 25, 30 minutes. And we knew we were cutting it close, but we just never thought anything about it. Like, hey, they love us, we love them. We'll go down there and eat.
And we've been there after closing before and never thought a thing about it.
Also, and it's okay. I didn't mind at all, or I wouldn't have gone there. But it was not uncommon for us to make our order. They always knew what we wanted anyway, and I watched them take plates and throw in the microwave and warm our food up.
Yeah,
and
it was fun.
They'd already kind of been shutting things down, and they just warming it up. I'm like, cool, no worries.
Yeah, we
Food's
loved
delicious. Yeah. So
anyway, that was one of those moments that they hit us on a day that we did not receive that well, and we didn't go back for I don't even know how many years.
It was years before we went back, and I just remember thinking in that moment, although I love the food and I did like the people, I just said I'll never come back. And that was probably horrible on my part.
Right.
I shouldn't have acted that way or felt that way. I didn't act that way. I just was like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. But it had to have rocked their business some, because we were regular lunch people that brought crowds down there to eat, and that one moment, those few little actions she took just rocked the way we felt about them. And I think for me, part of the point is we work for years to build an emotional bank account of trust and respect and love with our clients and our people. And it can be devastated in seconds.
Yeah. And I think, really, really early on, we understood that concept. And in the emotions of this, I don't think we really thought about it, but we understood that concept of whenever you do something awesome with a customer, they tell maybe 1 to 2. When you do something negative with a customer or they have a bad experience, they tell everybody. And this was
on average, they say 10.
Yeah. And now it's got to be exponential because of social media, because all of this happened pre-social media. I mean, I don't even know if we had cell phones then. No, we had cell phones, but not like smartphones where you could leave a review or any kind of thing like that. And
maybe it was more than 12 years.
Yeah, it was.
It's been a while.
So great, but then I think that's another significant thing to think about, is because it was all those years ago and we still remember it. In the interim, whenever we were upset with them, then we started going down the street. And we went down the street and there was this precious lady in the drive-through that was always so sweet and just the nicest person to deal with. But then we come and we open up, and I'll tell you, it was hot dogs. We open up our hot dogs and the mustard is written Team Chip. And I still remember that because it was just a sweet little, like, we appreciate you. We know where you guys are from. We never mentioned Team Chip, whatever. But I'm sure we were wearing shirts and hats and everything.
Right.
But just this, but have I told a bazillion people about that? I haven't.
Right.
I haven't.
Absolutely.
And,
well, and it's just powerful because they, years of hard work to build relationships, trust can be destroyed in seconds. And in that one situation, it was a negative, but the other was you open it up and it takes 2 or 3 seconds to really strengthen that bond too, by seeing the brand written in mustard or whatever on a hot dog. And you're like, wow, how cool is that?
They wrote our name in mustard.
Yeah. Which is, that's just edification of those little details, the things that you do so well in our business, like little balloon displays and just stuff around the school that make it special for everybody. Right.
Right. We really do try to be intentional about that. And I think
Absolutely.
that's really is the biggest key, is just intentionality.
Intentionality, being in the moment, being your best, putting on your best face. Consistency is greater than one-time excellence, doing it over and over the same. And when I say the same, not monotonously in a rut, but just being consistent with how you treat people and how you act and how you do things. It's so important because customers remember how you made them feel.
Right.
Clients remember, and they just beautiful example. I had forgotten about the hot dog and the mustard, but what a cool thought. And the other thing to keep in mind is you never know who's coming through the doors, but you also really probably more importantly never know who they're going to tell about what they experienced.
Right.
And that is a big, big deal.
Yeah. And that is so true. And just understanding that their bad experience is probably it's a human nature. I mean, there's an entire industry that's our media is focused on, let's sensationalize everything instead of, hold on, let me tell you about something really awesome today. No, I mean, those stories they just don't get the same kind of traction.
Well, the thing that pops in my head is like those times where, just say the 90-year-old grandma finds her gun in her dresser and defends her home because somebody broke in. You just don't hear about those things.
Right.
but you do hear about the grandma that didn't get that job done.
Oh yeah,
And
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
And it's fear mongering, because then fear feeds fear.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah,
so for
absolutely. So, your true character comes out under pressure and in tight moments. Your true culture shows up too when you're not there, or your true culture shows up in your team and your business whenever the pressure is on, or whenever that last minute client comes in. Just make sure you're reflecting that well and reflecting a really, positive culture.
Yeah, I heard an analogy about that, kind of geared towards that, and it's really talking more personal, but it's the same thing. It's the concept of, we're sponges.
Right.
And, you're filling a sponge picks up, right?
Right.
But whenever you squeeze that sponge, what comes out is, it's either clean or really yuck. And so,
Right.
and that's that same concept.
Right.
Whenever you there's a struggle, or a scenario that happens, either nobody really even knows what's going on,
Right.
or everybody is panicked right along with you.
Right. Absolutely. Well, hopefully that was helpful. Hate telling old stories that are negative, but it was really impactful for us, and it helped us, I think, in our business to learn we got to put on a smile and be our best, no matter how tired we are at the end of the day, or how late somebody comes in, or sometimes in our situation, a parent comes in and it's after the last class and they're like, "Hey, do you have a minute? Can we talk?" They just need a little bit of help.
Right.
And you just got to be careful with that and make sure that you treat that with great respect and give them your best.
Yeah, I can't think of how many times that we have literally been getting in our car to drive off, and somebody drives up, and your immediate inclination to say, "Hey, can I get your number? We'll get back with you."
Right.
But stop, get out of your car,
unlock the door,
and go back inside, and just say, and whenever they say, "Oh no, I can come back," they're trying to be polite, but whenever you say, "No, it's no problem at all.
Right.
Come on, let's go." There is a book that we both recently read that I think is worth mentioning right now, and it's you're gonna have to help me with the name. Unreasonable Hospitality.
And
it's specifically about a restaurant that was working towards getting their
Michelin star rating,
like the 5-star. I can't remember.
Yeah, 3 or 5, whatever the top rating is.
It's very, very good, and it talks, like, there's one specific chapter that kind of harkens back to the hot dog, and it's like these people that are coming in for this amazing, I don't even remember how many course meal, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're leaving town, but we just, man, it stinks that we never got to try a New York hot dog."
Right.
And in this Michelin star restaurant,
yes, he walks out to a street vendor.
leaves, and then they present it like goes to a street vendor, and he presents it, this beautiful presentation of a New York street vendor hot dog, but that's the things that you remember, those whenever somebody goes the extra mile. I think back to some relationships that we've built, and there was one particular bit, they're still rocking socks in Abilene now, and every time we were ever in the newspaper, they would go, and this was before everybody had a laminator, but they would bring a cutout newspaper clipping that was laminated, and just like this. We still treasure them.
Well, we treasure them, but also anytime someone needs something from that area, they're the first people we recommend.
Yeah,
right. Like,
absolutely.
Hey, you need to go see these guys. They've got what you need over there.
And it's just those little extra steps that you don't even really realize that you're just doing it because you care about someone, and to show that you care.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just very impactful.
The big things happen in the small moments and the small things, right?
Yeah, the small things are really the big things.
Well, some maybe takeaways: build systems that prioritize consistent service, even when it's inconvenient for you. So even when you're systemizing things, prioritize great service. I don't think there's any product business. There's kind of 2 dichotomies of business in ways. There's products and service, but every product sales requires a service of some sort. Right.
On exactly what you were saying, I heard something recently that was just like, yes. And it was, let your systems not allow you to work less, but allow you that time to do those things that are personal and impactful. It's not, the systems are not there to make it so that,
to give you more time off, particularly. Sometimes that's good, but sometimes they're there so you can work on your business a little more than you're having to work in your business,
Yep.
so that you can make those customer service moments priceless, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and train your team. I think it's important and I think that kind of falls into culture. Just make sure the culture is, we see everyone with a 10 when they walk in.
Yeah.
No matter what, a 10 on their head, they're the best. No matter how tired I am, how grumpy I am, how bad my day has been, I'm going to serve them. And I'm going to serve them well.
We never want people that work on our teams to be the flip the sign around and say closed and just wave.
No. So just don't let one bad moment for you cost you students and cost you time and cost you relationships that you've worked really hard on building. So, these moments can build or break your brand, and they're big. I think they're bigger than we realize sometimes. But I hope in there was maybe some nuggets, something that caught your attention, maybe encouraged you in a way to tighten up, but I encourage you to step out and look at your systems and look at your culture and look at what you're doing and make sure you're intentional in making it positive and making it strong. You got any last closing wisdom for us?
I don't think so.
No,
I think
not
that's
today.
It.
Well, guys, it's been amazing. Thank you all for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Review us, subscribe, please, share it, get the word out there, because we just love doing this, because it's something fun to do. And if we can share a nugget with you that moves your needle forward in a positive way, that's the goal. We love it. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning into the Team Chip Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget, subscribe, share, and or leave a review, because we need you. We appreciate you so much, and without you, we can't make this happen. Remember, consistency is the key to success, so go out there and never be outworked.